to Bethan's Kitchen and Garden. I am Bethan, and today I'm going to be how can I put it, clearing away and harvesting a lot of things that have kind of gone past their best, or I couldn't harvest them when I should have done, for various reasons. So let's have a walk around and I'll show you what I'm talking about, and then we'll get on and do some work. Over here are my borlotti beans, and these are really the only beans I had much luck with this year, and I've been leaving them to dry essentially so that I could take the bean, but the weather is so damp and we've had a few frosts that I've decided I'm not going to leave the beans to dry anymore. I'm going to take them in the house, pod them, cook them up, and then freeze them in individual portions so that I can just take them out of the freezer as and when I want to add them to some stews. And then if I come over this way, some nice weeds on the go there. Over here, growing in these tubs, I've got some okra, which I've never tried before. It's meant to be like a lemony potato, and I've got 1, 2, 3 tubs of that, so I'm gonna harvest that today and see how well they have done. And then over here I've got what was meant to be my Christmas potatoes, but they've just gone over and I didn't have any room in the greenhouses to put them, so they're going to come out today and we'll see what we've got there as well. And then if I go down a bit further, another one man. If you come down to here, I've got some perpetual spinach, and there's rather a lot there because I haven't harvested it for a while, so I want to harvest loads and loads of it, and I'll leave probably about 4 leaves per plant, and I can put the rest in the freezer. Similarly, I want to harvest a few carrots as well, and I have my red peppers in the greenhouse that I want to harvest and get them all chopped up and into the freezer with them as well. So it's time to crack on and get all these things harvested. I wasn't really hoping for many from this, to be honest, because I felt that the foliage died off early, but these were meant to be for Christmas, but I just figured that there's no point in keeping them until Christmas because they might have rotted in the pot. So I thought we'd have a look and see what we get. I think these were Pentland Javelin, or they might have been Charlotte, or they might have been Sharps Express. I can't remember. Kind of should write things down really, shouldn't I? There's the old potato seed. Just plonk that down there for the time being. I'll just do the rest and I'll show you when it's done. So this is what I ended up with from 9 seed potatoes. And I'm quite happy with them actually. I wasn't expecting that many, but there's more here than I thought, and some of them are a decent size. If I'd have been a bit more clever rather, that implies I was clever in the first place, doesn't it? If I'd have thought about it better, then I could have put the pots in my greenhouse to dry out for a couple of weeks, and then that would have allowed me to sieve the soil underneath and make sure I've got all the baby potatoes out. But this soil is probably a little bit too damp to go through the sieve, so that was a bit of an error, but yeah, I'm pleased with that. Let's move on to the oca, see what we've got there. And here's the oca. We hope this camera can pick out the gorgeous colours on here. They really are. They're quite mesmerising to look at actually. And that's not a bad amount from 3 seeds. So from 3 of these I've got that amount. Now that all our harvesting's been done, it's freed up a bit of room in the greenhouse, because I've decided that I am going to lose the pepper plants over the winter. I'm not going to keep them going. I feel like I've just got too much infrastructure to put in place to look after them essentially. So they've gone, and I shall use the pots for something else, which if we go round to my greenhouse at the front, I'll show you what I'm planning to do with the pots that did have the peppers in. In the greenhouse at the front, on the top shelf, there's a few seedlings that are ready to have things done with them, and I've still got some chili pepper plants on the go, but they need to come out soon. So at the back I've got some lettuces. Over here are some multi-sown Elsa Craig, they need to go in the ground. Then I got some lamb's lettuce here and some dill, and then these are some cabbage plants that I need to get in the ground as soon as possible. And then if we go back over to the other side, without moving you too quickly, at the back here I got some broccoli, like 60-day broccoli plants. So the idea is they're small plants, but they grow similar to purple sprouting broccoli, where you harvest them like little florets instead of waiting for a big broccoli head. So these are going to be planted into the old pepper pots now. We are back in the greenhouse now. I've got my broccoli there ready to go, and what I've done, I emptied 1 pot of the compost, the spent compost, into here, along with this very wet, because it's been left outside and we had snow yesterday, this very wet multi-purpose fresh compost. So I've mixed it all together, and what I've got now is what can only be described as a sludge. So I've put half a pot's worth in that pot there, and now I'm just going to add some chicken manure pellets halfway into the pot. Should be plenty. And then I'm going to cover it back up with the rest of the compost. So I've just filled that up now as much as I want to, and I'm just going to grab my plug plant from here and then gently plant it into here. Sorry, I just had to put you away for a minute while I firmed it in. So now I'm just going to put some blood fish and bone around the top. And I shall continue to do that with the rest of them, and I'll bring you back when I'm done. Here they all are. Hopefully they'll put on a good old spurt of growth soon. They don't look too bad. They look even happier now that they've been transplanted, actually. Normally they droop a bit, but well, that one over there is a little droopy, but hopefully they'll be alright. And then with the other 4 cabbages that were in there, I planted the cabbages down here, and as you will have seen earlier, I've got another tray of cabbages, so I will put 6 more cabbages along there, not today, or not now anyway, but later on, and I shall interplant them with lettuce as well. And once I move this staging over to the other side, I should be able to, they should grow on quite nicely. Well, that's it from here for today. I'm really pleased with the harvest I got. It did take me a week to harvest all of that because we've had bad weather and it snowed halfway through. So I'm very pleased to have got my raw broccoli and my cabbage plants in as well. Hopefully they will grow and we'll be able to harvest them from February to May time, you know, when the hungry gap is in, if they grow, which I'm not sure they will, but we'll give it a go anyway. So yes, that's it from me for today. Thank you for watching, liking and commenting if you have done so, and subscribing. That would be great. And I'll catch you on the next one. All I can say about today is lovely job.